What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video guys, I have several quite impressive news. First of all, I will remind you about the most recent call to action that we all have to perform in order to help ourselves to push our case forward. And I will show you how this call to action is already helping us. And in my opinion, it is extremely important. Then I will show you some impressive news in regards to one of the wrongdoers. Finally, we have a lawsuit against C.Gasparino, and I will show you all the details that we have right now in regards to this case. On top of that, guys, I will show you quite interesting update from RareDD, and I will show you that potentially we might force the wrongdoers to pay for their behavior. And this is the most crucial part of today's video. And at the end of this video, I will share my personal story, and I highly encourage you to watch this video till the very end, because it is extremely important for me personally. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm. It is the easiest way how we can push our case forward, and the more likes this video has, the more likely YouTube algorithm will push it forward to the broader audience. And eventually it will attract more attention to our case, and eventually it will help us to win this battle. So that is why just hit the like button. So let's start with this news. You know that just a couple of weeks ago Don Fis and his team were at Washington DC, and they had a lot of meetings with Congress members. They made about 100 meetings in the course of just a couple of weeks. And for now, we have to help him, and we have to help his team as well. And we have to call our representatives. Let me show you this article that was published on MMTLP Resources just several days ago. And I already covered it, but let me repeat it. Richie has given us the ask that we should all focus on for the coming weeks. Can you make the call? In a brief unrecorded space call today, Richie Don Fis gave a recap on his 9 months of DC legwork. He also gave us his recommendation for how we can help. And it's really just one phone call. And Crucial Mix wrote this tweet. The ask: call your congressman's office, yours, not others, and ask your representative to contact James Comer's office to express support for an MMTLP congressional hearing. Thanks, Richie, for your and everyone's efforts. There are 47 working days on the calendar. And this tweet was written just 3 days ago, as you can see right here. And let me show you that we have a lot of people who is calling on a consistent basis. One of them is Dr. E, and he published this tweet basically several hours ago, and he published this blueprint. Dear, and here you can add your representative name. Hello again. The SEC and FINRA's response to the MMTLP open letter was both insufficient and deceptive. A hearing is needed to reveal the truth. Can you please call or email Oversight Chairman James Comer to schedule an open hearing date? And he added these 2 tweets as well. A hearing request seems to be very reasonable given the below listed facts. Your help is appreciated by the 65,000 shareholders and the 5,000 veterans. The hearing will reveal the facts, both pro and con, and facilitate a fair resolution. He also added this. On April 18th, there is an open hearing time available. Please ask James Comer to schedule the hearing on that day or any available date in April. Sincerely, and here you have to add your name right here. And he added this link. This link leads to the blueprint itself. It is a subpoena request that was published by him on March 25th, 2024. And this is pretty much the blueprint how you can write your own letter. And at the bottom of this letter you can find an additional info in regards to our case that might also be useful to add to your letter. And let me show you this. Guess who published this tweet and Paul T reposted, and let me quote it for you. Multiple trusted members of Congress have told the 65,000 MMTLP shareholders to push for a hearing. It's day 481st and we are still here. We are asking for congressional help. We are your constituents. Please set a hearing date before the end of this session to address the MMTLP fiasco. Call to action. MMTLP shareholders, call your congressional representatives, ask them to call Representative James Comer and request a hearing date to address a resolution in the MMTLP fiasco. We aren't going away, not without the share count, a resolution and accountability. And guys, let me show you this tweet, and some of you probably don't believe that these letters might help, but Glass Guy wrote this 3 hours ago. I will say it yet again, what we are doing is working. Call your representative and ask them to reach out. Believe it or not, they are actually reaching out. And let me show you another evidence of the same fact. Right here, you can see that Jan wrote this tweet on March 15 and Don Fees reposted it. And it is not directly related to the call to action, to our recent call to action, but it shows that our letters and our phone calls are working. And Jan wrote, getting our Friday started in DC, another day of fighting alongside Richie for all MMTLP investors. Stay positive, stay strong, and just know that your impact letters are so incredibly important to our meetings. Please continue writing and sending them. And guys, this is the easiest way how we can help the community, how we can help ourselves to push our case forward. Just write this letter, call your representatives, and that's it. Nothing more. So, let me show you next news, and it is right here. Anna Trades reposted this tweet that was written by Gary Bernstein on April the 3rd. And Gary wrote, everyone involved in the class action lawsuit versus Charles Gasparino, Fox News and Fox Business, keep taking screenshots as you have been of anything disparaging he tweets. He's deleting posts which he isn't smart enough to realize is an admission of consciousness of guilt. And I didn't know about this lawsuit. Let me show you some details. On April the 1st, Gary Bernstein wrote this tweet. All investors libeled, slandered, harassed, stalked or caused to lose money by Gasparino that would like to join me in a class action lawsuit against Charles Gasparino, Fox Business and Fox News, please send me a direct message. Working on this now. The libel, harassment, degrading, intentional infliction of emotional harm, just some of what our lawyers will prove, and Charles Gasparino keeps the evidence following. Sad, ha. And this is the most popular comment from Charles Gasparino. When he laughs at some persons, he adds sad, ha. So it is quite interesting, and definitely it is the first lawsuit against these wrongdoers. And this lawsuit might help us even to find out who paid to Charles Gasparino or other douchebags, and why did they do it, if it ever happened. And in my opinion, it also might be quite impressive and useful case. So let me show you further. John Burda reposted the tweet that was made by Junk Savvy just 14 hours ago, and it is nothing else but the screenshot, the picture, and let me quote it for you. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. And she also added several links to several videos in regards to our case. And guys, the main problem for Congress that was on the table just several months ago, that Congress members didn't realize that there is a huge problem on US stock market in regards to naked short positions. And definitely this is a huge, the biggest problem that potentially this stock market ever faced. And I think through our case, a lot of representatives and Congress members should know about this issue, and they have to solve it. And this is why we have this type of tweets. This is why we ask representatives to act to actively act in order to solve this major problem. But guys, let me remind you that I still have some questions to John Burda because of the recent NextBridge Hydrocarbons PR statement. You know that according to this statement, NextBridge Hydrocarbons bought and immediately sold some of the oil and gas prospects from Wildcat Partners SPV. And Wildcat Partners SPV is the company, as you can see, that is mentioned in John Burda's Twitter account. And John Burda definitely knows much more than he disclosed just recently. And that is why, guys, my main question to John Burda is to explain what was this deal about and how it might affect the intrinsic value of NextBridge Hydrocarbons shares. So, let me show you another quite impressive news. RareDD made this post just 10 hours ago. Let me quote it for you. Didn't they tell us that FINRA wanted to see what the asset sold for? Was this ever in writing or just something that was heard? If the SEC wants the same, then it would make sense that they'd delay making the 40 million share S1 effective. The more money NextBridge has access to, the more they can develop the assets, the higher they can eventually sell for, in my opinion, but obviously. And he also added this tweet. We have proved that GTC trades from E-Trade would have sold for thousands per share, and FINRA would have easily been able to see that was coming. So, rather than allowing the supply and demand value of the shares to be determined, it appears FINRA attempted to make the decision for everyone, that shorts would only close at whatever the assets sold for. The biggest problem with that, aside from taking away the choice from investors and brokerages that didn't want to hold shares in a private company, is that NextBridge doesn't have to sell. They are under no obligation to do so. This creates a number of issues for a brokerage that now has to potentially facilitate the payment of perpetual dividend. And this is the crucial part, guys, of the payment of perpetual dividend. What does it mean? And it means following. If you try to Google dividends on short positions, you can see that short sellers aren't entitled to dividend payments for the shares they've borrowed. In fact, the value of any dividends paid will be deducted from short seller's account on the pay date and delivered to the stock's owner. And this is the crucial part, you know, that this fact was mentioned, I guess, last summer, more than 8 months ago, by Tony Tweets in one of his videos. And he said that if we want to solve this problem, one of the potential paths to do it is to make another dividend payments, that NextBridge Hydrocarbons should make another dividend payment. And if the short position is much higher than the actual number of shares, if it doubles or triples this amount, definitely all of the short sellers and naked short sellers should pay these dividends to the stock owners. And this is the crucial point. This is potential path how we can force the wrongdoers to pay. And this is a quite easy way how we can try to solve it, because in fact it is the pure loophole, but from the other side. One loophole they used in their favor, I mean short sellers, naked short sellers used in their favor. But this is another loophole that we can use in our favor to have these dividends. And guys, I think people from our community who knows much more than I am, for example, have to make this due diligence in order to find out the way how we can do it. And this is the crucial part of this video. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed.